Welcome back everybody. This is just a little quick show and tell video. I've been working on journals as I always do, but I felt like doing something a little bit different today. So I've been doing my other love, making tags, and I had a look at Rachel's weekly challenge. And week one was tags from book pages, so that's basically what I've done today. So we've got 5 floral and 5 flower fairies. I thought I'd just go through and briefly show you them and tell you what I'd done. I mean, it's self-explanatory really. The flower fairy, they're all fussy cutting, so what I did, I didn't do it quite the same as Rachel. I took my book pages, just a selection, and I glued them with glue stick onto card. Rachel glues her pages together, which is a great idea, but I couldn't really be bothered to do that, to be honest. So I just glued my book page onto card and then went from there. Once I'd done 10 of those, varying sizes, I did some fussy cutting. So I cut out 5 flower fairies and 5 botanicals. So this one, I've just dressed this one up with a little bit of fancy, a scrap of pattern paper. I think it's from a book. I think it's from the other flower fairy book actually. And I just tore that so that this little chap could stand, so he wasn't standing in the midair. I used a stamp just to add a little bit of interest, and obviously the pretty sari or chiffon ribbon at the top. That was the first one. This one, I can't remember what all these fairies are called. So we've got the book page, a little bit of music paper, then the fussy cutting, and again the stamp that I like to use. Although I was taking inspiration from Roxy, her weekly challenge, I'm not doing the 45-minute bit. I think if I'd have done what I could do in 45 minutes, probably with the fussy cutting would have just been one tag. It's taken me most of the day, on and off, to do these. I started this morning and it's mid-afternoon now. I've had lunch and I have popped out for an hour as well. So anyway, definitely not 45 minutes. This one, the book page was a little bit sort of in my face. The print was a bit dark, so I just layered a piece of vellum over the top and stuck my fairy down onto the vellum. I've stitched around all of them as well. I always like to stitch around things these days. So that's obviously the apple blossom fairy. I like the way that one turned out. No stamping on that one. This one is this celandine maybe? I'm not sure. This is the book page, a bit of Edith Holden. I did a bit of brown stamping, but I didn't really like that, so I've over stamped again with the black. And the final flower fairy one is another little chap sitting on a wall. Again, I've used Edith Holden over a book page. Very simple collage. This one I liked just as it was. What I would say, I do take quite a lot of time over the fussy cutting, so I cut the spaces out in between. So I cut round the main outline with my scissors. I've missed a bit there. And then I use a craft knife to go into the spaces because I like the way that the book page shows through those spaces. That one I didn't add anything onto that one, I just really liked it the way it was. This one is my book page and some piano roll paper. This one is book page and just some, I think this is some sort of thinnish paper from a bookend or something like that. I can't remember where that came from. But you can just see the text through it, so that makes quite a nice contrast. There's a bit more glue there. This one is my book page and some fine original, I think this is old vintage ledger. I had just a small sheet of this that I got from Carol Oakhouse Journal, so that's that one. And then the final one is some vintage, part of a vintage letter that I've stuck over the book page. So those are my project for today. I quite like all of them. I think this is my favourite, and I'm back to, I think lilac or this sort of lavender must be my favourite colour. I keep going back to it, and yet I would never have thought that if you'd have told me, but that's probably my favourite out of all of those. But I quite like all of them. So hopefully that's just a bit of fun for you to watch, a little short video, and I'll see you all again soon.